Yeah, what's up? My name is Engenius Beatz, and I'm at the 1045 Green Room. Why should people work with me? I think just because of my personality. I always bring a good energy to the studio. Like whatever energy you bring to the studio, I'm amplifying it. So if you hype about the song, like you're gonna be even more hype excited about the song because I'm a producer that can attach to an artist's vision and help them like fully realize what they desire from the song. Dragon Ball Z, man, for sure. That's a classic. That's easy. That's a classic right there. So it'll definitely probably be Dragon Ball Z. I would say my greatest strength as a musician is just my love for music. Like I listen to a little bit of everything. Like so I'm able to like float between genres because I have like a open mindedness to music. Like I'll listen to anything a couple times to get an idea for it, which allows me to kind of float through different genres. I'm not really closed minded. So I would say my open mindedness. For sure. I believe music is definitely powerful because you don't necessarily have to understand the words to understand the emotion behind it. And that's why I love, writing and like producing in the R&B genre because there's so much emotion connected to that genre. Even if, everybody's in a different place in life, but a lot of people can relate to those emotions that are being shared in that song. So I feel like the music is powerful, whether it's a heartbreak, a happy moment, a wedding, it's a song for all of those occasions that people can relate to that makes the moment even more memorable. I actually started producing. I was looking for. I started off playing piano, and I was looking for a piano video on YouTube of how to play something. And I came across a video of Ryan Leslie makes something for Cassie or something. No, he's making. They said Ryan Leslie produces. It might have been Addiction, either Addiction or something like that. Ryan Leslie was producing something, and before then, I didn't really know what being a producer looked like. I was already writing cheesy love songs and playing the piano, and I seen this guy. He was like singing a song. He was in the studio. He was writing a song. He was just like doing everything on a whole nother level. And I was like, yo, I don't really know much about that, but that's what I want to do with my life. Brian Michael Cox for sure. He's definitely one of my greatest influences. I've spent so much time, studying his sound and his productions. I don't know if guys remember UStream used to be a thing, and I used to be on his live UStream for hours. It didn't matter what time he was on, whether it was midnight, whether it was noon. I was on there just watching his sound selection, his chord choices, and just everything that he did to create those tracks. Because, like I said, I love producing R&B music as well as other genres. But he was one of my greatest influences. So I just study everything that he did to not only just learn from it, but just advance using those tactics and techniques that he used. Yeah, yeah, all the time, all the time, man. It's all the time. It's like it's it's this weird thing where you you need the financial means, but at the same time you want to see something that produced like be connected to, I guess, the right sound to make it like the best song possible. So when you spend hours making a track, mixing it, and then um, I'm gonna say a bad artist, but an artist that is still being developed, gets on it, and you see a lot of things that could be done better, and it's just like, oh man, this isn't what it's not my song ultimately, it's their song, but you just see how the song could be so much better. And if the artist is open to it, you can make suggestions like, hey, the song is cool, but this is what I think could be done to make the song better to help it be all that the song can be for real. I have done both. I've sent beats to people and I've worked in an artist. I like working with artists. It's something about the energy in the studio just creating from scratch, man. I just love that synergy, just being in a artist with the studio. Well, edit that. I love being in the studio with the artist because it's just like that interaction, that energy that's there. You can't get that over Zoom or wherever. Oh yeah, so shout out to my wife. She's an artist as well, but she's a like she does everything. My wife does accent walls, like she can do anything. But yeah, she does the videography and photography as well, and she understands the creative aspect, the frustrations that come along with it. When you're trying to get something done and it's just not coming together like you want to. I feel like a lot of creatives struggle with perfectionism and just trying to get it to where it's good enough to that people will appreciate it and you're satisfied with it. Um, but yeah, she understands. Like there was at one point in our relationship where we would have music days. She would have her music day, I would have my music day because as creatives, it was important for us to both be able to express ourselves creatively and to just be able to express ourselves creatively. So she definitely understands the importance of that for sure. Like faith is like really big to me, man. Not just on like the music aspect, just in life. When I didn't understand what was going on in life and why things were the way they were. It wasn't until after I got through that season that God revealed, what He showed to me, He was building in me, or how He was strengthening me up, man. So faith has always been an integral part of like who I am. It's a core part of my person and who I am, and it just keeps me, man, knowing that one of my favorite scriptures is gosh, yeah, one of my favorite scriptures is Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, to prosper you, to not harm you, give you a future and a hope." And that's one of the scriptures that I lean heavily on because every day is different and there's always something going on in life. You got kids, bills, responsibilities. You got so much stuff going on, and sometimes you feel like I don't know what's going on. This is not my plan. And then I remember, He knows the plan He has for me. So I just trust in that. So faith is big. Outside of music, I'm passionate about comedy. I know it's a curveball, but I actually started doing stand up comedy. It was just like a dream I had in the back of my mind since I was a kid. I was just like, man, that's not really for me. But you know, it was funny because I commented on one of my pastor's posts on social media, and I was like, oh, I'm a comedian in another life, and she simply said, why another life? Why not this one? I was like, you know what? Why not this one? So I took a chance and I did, my first stand up comedy special, which was well received. And I would say comedy, man. I love laughing, and I love making people laugh. I feel like laughter is like it's really medicine because it like releases so much stress from your body and it keeps you looking young for real. So yeah. I like them both, but I feel like the beginning Kevin Hart and Cat Williams all the way through. I feel like Kevin Hart's comedy changed a little bit, but I mean, I guess he just had a different place in his life. But I'm gonna say Cat Williams. With that level of status, I do feel like there's some responsibility. Um, I feel like it depends though. Like I don't want people. I wouldn't say speak about it if you're not knowledgeable about what's really going on. You just saying stuff. You Stephen A. Smith in it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that. Like you just speaking on stuff that you don't really know about. But like if you have like a deep conviction about it and like a great knowledge about what's going on, like I feel like you should say something. Um, yeah, I feel like with that, that status does come that responsibility. But sometimes, it don't have to be all the time. But sometimes, you can use your platform to, say things that need to be said. I got a craving for some eggs because I can't stand eggs. I can't eat eggs. So if people see me, everybody know like he can't eat eggs. He don't eat eggs. So if they see him asking for eggs, they're like, "What? Oh, he ain't good. Let me call him." Yeah, I don't know if that's the answer you was looking for, but yeah. A lot of times, it depends. Like I get inspired by listening to great music. Like if I hear something new, like a new artist or a new record or something, like oh yes, that's hot, that's different, that's new, and it inspires me to like create, challenge myself to create something in that genre or that style. Because I'm always like challenging myself. If I hear something new or a different sound I never heard before, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And like they had like I remember one time they had like what was it, kind of like rage beats, something like that. They had a different wave of beats, and I was like, okay, that's kind of different. Let me challenge myself to see if I can produce in that area. That way I don't get stale in any space. So if an artist of a different genre or something like that comes to me for something like that, I can say, oh yeah, I can produce that. In a way, I'm not like stuck in one place. Just listening to music inspires me, man. Being around great musicians. Yeah, mainly just listening to music, man. I listen to a lot of music. I'm gonna go with Whitney Houston. I I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Whitney. I can't, you know. I feel like she set the precedent for so many, female singers, vocal artists and stuff like that. So I gotta go with Whitney. Oh, and you said male. In male, I'm a big Luther fan. I don't. I'm a big Luther fan. Stevie a beast too, though. So you put me on the spot now. Is it Luther or Stevie? Okay. Is like a certain generation or just all right? All right. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna stay with Luther because it's I also like you know Brian McKnight, but I'm gonna just go with Luther. I'm gonna stay with Luther. If they serious about it, they got to be serious about it. Like I got to be able to. One thing I can't, can't. I guess this is the venting session, real quick. I can't stand when an artist say, "Yo, I check me out. I do music," and then I go to that page. It's everything but music. It's like, yo, where's the music? It's no SoundCloud link. It's none of that. It's a whole bunch of pictures of them outside at a swimming pool or something like that. It's like I don't. What is this? Like this doesn't make sense. Where's the music? And I feel like they're like I pay attention to that stuff. Like I feel like like serious producers who take themselves and their time seriously pay attention to that stuff. Like they seeing how often you post. I mean, even if you don't post all the time, just like there should be a link to some of your music, and the song shouldn't be 7 years old. Like there should be um some type of consistency to it. If the artist isn't consistent or doesn't seem like it's serious to them, it's not gonna be serious to me. So I don't even approach it for real. That's a good question. It's a lot of them. I want to work with her. She's one of the artists. I feel like her songwriting style is just this whole style of music and stuff like is just so amazing. I would definitely say her. You just want one? Okay. Her. I actually made like a producer bucket list. It was a producer bucket list. It was her, Jasmine Sullivan. Um, I'm drawing a blank. Who else? Lucky Day. Um, Giveon. Yeah, Giveon for sure. Um, Leon Thomas, my guy. I gotta work with Leon Thomas. If you watching this, yo, hit me up. But yeah, definitely Leon Thomas. Um, yeah, it's so many different artists I like to work with. Who else? Yeah, I named all the R&B. Chris Brown, of course. Chris Breezy for sure. I actually, I'll be writing, I'll be writing demos and stuff like artists. So if I ever meet him one day, then I'm like, yeah, I wrote this track for you. I actually wrote a song for Chris Brown, and I shared it to my story, and I tagged his engineer. I don't know if you know Tizio, and Tizio watched it. So I don't know if he shared it with Chris, but probably didn't. But but yeah, so Chris Brown, Jasmine Sullivan, like I said, so many artists that I would just definitely like to work with. J Cole for sure, definitely. J Cole, Common. Um, like I said, it's so many artists I can't even name them all for real. Yeah, you can hit me up on Instagram, Engenius Beats, Engenius Beats with a Z. Like I said, I do songwriting, I do music production, various genres, R&B, gospel, trap, pop, house. Working on some house stuff right now. Um, Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Writing R&B, writing. I write all styles. I produce pretty much all styles. So if you're trying to connect, holler at me.